Well, what is up, Crazy X? Just watched the Pittsburgh Maulers XFL game. We lost again. We're 0-3. Yeah, rough start there. Of course, this is for the USFL, the new football league. They had an interesting stat, and I think this one kind of would break it. It was at the time 7 out of 9 games, and it held true for the game that was being played. So 8 out of 10 games of the XFL have all been decided by one possession. So I think that's kind of cool, especially for the competitive side. You know, the teams are in there until like the last second. So I mean that. Of course, you always want your team to just kind of like kill the other team and win. But if your team is behind, it's kind of cool that we're still in this. There's still a chance. I wonder if. So it was 8 of 10. Now it's 8 of 11, and my team's 0-3. I hope all 3 of those games aren't my team. I think we are 2 of the 3 games though that have been lost by more than a possession. The other thing that's kind of cool too is in the I keep wanting to say XFL. If I do say XFL, it's not the XFL, it's a USFL. In the USFL, so of course 6 points for a touchdown. You can go for the kick and get that point after touchdown, the 1 point. You can do 2 point conversion, or you can do a 3-point conversion. So you can actually score 9 points on a drive. So that's kind of cool. I think it's like on the 10-yard line. So you know you got to run in or pass from the 10-yard line to score the 3 points. I think it's been attempted once and was failed. I don't know. It may have been twice. I can recall one time being attempted. So yeah, kind of really, because in the NFL, if you're up by 9 points, that's a 2-point. That's a 2 plays, 2 drives, 2 possessions that you have to have. It's impossible to score 9 points in one play. Most you can do is 8. So just kind of swing a bit that way. I know I watched one episode. I didn't realize. I guess this might be a weekly thing. It's called United by Football. I think it's kind of like a documentary of the inaugural season. So I think they're kind of doing like weekly episodes of like how the teams were progressing, like meetings, the developments of the team. So I'm going to have to check that out. I did see one. I thought it was just kind of an intro to the league, but apparently this might be a weekly show. So I have to look that up. Another thing I'm watching right now is the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan. It's the one where, like, in the trailer, it was just kind of like this group went to a beach, and then like the kids aged, and not like directly in front of them, but you know, like they turn their back, and then they kind of come back to the kids, and the kids are like older. It's a little bit more than just that. Definitely has a bit of a storyline in there. M. Night Shyamalan has his cameo in there. I spotted him. I'm like, oh, I think that's M. Night Shyamalan. Looked it up, sure enough it was. It's an interesting concept. Still got about like 40 minutes left in the movie. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. There is a line in the beginning. It's a line. It's not like a spoiler or nothing. But so they're on a retreat. They're in a foreign country, and the kids are all running around, and the dad's like, "Now, kids, whatever it was, like I don't even know the number. I don't even remember the quite line, but like 24% of accidents happen in the house." Or something like that, or 24% of all accidents in the United States happen in the house. I was waiting for the kids to go, yeah, but we're not in the United States. I just thought that would have been a funny line, whatever it was, but 24% of injuries happen in the house in the United States, but we're not in the United States. Because, like, the United States is kind of redundant, I think. Uh, injuries happen in the house in Canada. Injuries happen in the house in Mexico. Injuries happen in the house in China. It's not just in the United States. Um, so I thought that would have been kind of a funny line. But, I mean, I've been told I'm a good writer. I don't. I mean, I don't. Maybe I should pursue it. Maybe I am as good as M. Night Shyamalan. I don't think I am. I don't know if he's ever won an Oscar, but yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. He's got some interesting twists in his movies. Of course, probably one of the biggest movies he's done is I See Dead People. That was a twist. And of course, like The Village. I don't know. Some of his movies I haven't been like big into. But I mean, that's I'm gonna like a movie that you're not gonna like, and you're gonna like a movie I'm not gonna like. I mean, that's just how things are. And I think I heard my buddy was telling me this once about Lawrence. That's not Lawrence. Laura. Why am I not drawing a blank on his name? And I know if I can get that Laura part. SNL head. The guy who does Saturday Night Live. Lawrence. I think it's Lawrence. He once said that, he said something to the effect of, like, if everybody laughs at every joke in the show, it's not doing its job. Because there's going to be things that, to catch everybody, there's going to be stuff that some people won't like. But, you're just trying to catch everybody. And there is no one size fits all. Lawrence Michael? Michael Lawrence? I know I've got that right. Lawrence Michael? It's his first name is tripping me up. It's tired. It's late. I'm tired. That's what I meant to say. I might be a little loopy. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to hit the hay. But that's what's going on today. Watch the USFL. Still one more game to watch that was on Peacock. So it wasn't on television, so I couldn't tape it. But I get Peacock through Xfinity, so I can just jump on there and watch that later. I've got till Friday. It's kind of weird. Originally, the games were Saturday, Sunday, but because of a rain delay in football, I didn't know that was a possibility. It pushed one of the games off until Monday. So the first week we had games Saturday, Sunday, and then because of the rain delay, Monday. Next week we had games on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then this week we had games Saturday, Sunday, and I think next week we have them back to Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Also, too, if you're not familiar with, and I think you said the XFL, USFL. If you're not familiar with the USFL, there's 8 teams. All teams play in Birmingham, Alabama. So it doesn't. We have teams. I can't remember all of them, but we have the Pittsburgh Maulers. We have a team from Birmingham. We have the Houston Gamblers. We have a team from Philadelphia, New Orleans, and Tampa Bay. But they're all playing in Alabama. This first season, all games are played in Birmingham, Alabama. And so they're all playing in the same field. So, you do have to space out the games, because it's not like you can have 2 games you can play at the same time, because there'd be 4 teams on the field at the same time. So they kind of stagger the games out. And I'm sure, especially with 4 teams, not 8 teams, 4 games, having them spread out over 3 days is a little bit easier logistically, as far as like timing and like a possibility of overtime. And I was surprised too. two games I watched. For the first half, the first quarter and the second quarter, both these games, one quarter was taking an hour to play, and it's like 15 minutes. But it was just there's a lot of injuries and stuff, which isn't typical from what I've seen in the past. But so I mean, yeah, the games if they go longer, then you got to clean out the arena, get ready for another game to be played in there, get the fans out, get the fans in, clean the stadium, do all that stuff in between. So, sure, it is a lot easier kind of having them spread out over 3 days. Plus, 3 days of football, I ain't complaining. Also makes it a little easier instead of like trying to watch all the games at once. It is a nice thing too with the 8 teams. I do try to watch all the games. Anything else? Today went out, got some new inventory. We did make a sell, so I got to go over to the storage unit tomorrow and pick that up. I've got 3 items, maybe even 4. All have to go at USPS. So I sold over the weekend. USPS Monday through Friday. So get those guys shipped out. I think that is it. I'll give you a final review of Old when I finish that movie tomorrow. Hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to hit the hay. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay crazy, my friends. And get some sleep.